Hi everyone, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks, and today I'm continuing the series where I play the most powerful medium tanks tier for tier in the game live for YouTube. And today we're looking at tier 7. So without further ado, which vehicle is giving its players the best win ratio at tier 7? And this is a surprise. It's a tech tree tank. It's not a premium tank, although there are only 3 tier 7 premium medium tanks, and one of them, the T23-3, is not doing very well. It is actually the T34-1, which is boosting its players' win ratio by 2.65%. And if we look at raw win ratio, it's only slightly behind the Eagle. But considering that the average win ratio of a T34-1 player is actually towards the bottom half, wow, this tank must be a decent pick. So, the T34-1, why is it performing so well? Well, it has to be because this thing has a great 100mm caliber gun, and it also has pretty darn good turret armor, and so it can kind of play like a hull down medium tank within that regard. And so you've got more than enough penetration for when you get into a bad matchup like this, and you also have that turret armor when you get into a nice matchup. Now the turret on this tank will still kind of work in some scenarios against tier 8s and tier 9s like this, but yeah, definitely hit and miss within that regard. Okay, so am I going to go for coated optics or am I going to go for a durability device on this map? It's a tough one. I don't really feel like this map really needs the view range all that much. So I think it's all close quarters combat fighting on this map. So I am going to take the durability to give myself a little bit of extra longevity. Okay, so T34-1. Let's make our way up towards the north. Luckily, I'm on my main account today. I did play this thing, I think, on my free-to-play account fairly recently. I think I've actually kept it as well. It's just that powerful of a tank that all of these kind of vehicles that you see me feature in these best tanks at certain tiers for all of the different classes they're going to be playing pretty much throughout 2024. A lot of them will be keepers. I mean, if they're the best tanks at their tier in their class, arguably deserve a spot in your garage. But just because they are the best doesn't mean that they're going to be the most fun or kind of match your playstyle as well. Okay, so we're going to just trundle up. We don't have very much damage permitted in this tank. It's only 1,600. But as I realized when I played the T20 recently, ooh, somebody knocked down a tree. So either that was an explosion. I don't know why there was an explosion over there. There's no artillery, so maybe somebody just fired an HE shell. This bush is a little bit obvious. They're knocking down trees. They must be firing HE shells to knock down trees on purpose. That's quite high end. It's a little bit intimidating when you see somebody who clearly knows what they're doing so much like that. So the only concern here is if they appear up on my right. I was just going to say that, and there's a GSAW 1010 at the back. But luckily, we only take one shot. And while we lose our repair kit, which means that we aren't going to be able to repair our fuel tank, leaves us a little bit vulnerable. I think we're going to end up just chilling here, really. I kind of wish I had the coated optics to be able to get this extra view range down against the T43. Got to be careful I don't get hit from above, but ooh. I mean, when you hit for 250, you feel like you've got to take your risks, right? So that's what's special about this tank. Alpha, turret armor, and that's apparently all you need. Alpha, turret armor, good pen. That's enough in World of Tanks to be competitive. But then again, when you think that this tank competes with, say, like a Comet, it is a completely different kind of tank to a Comet, right? Comet is there with its 12 degrees of gun depression, wanting to work a ridgeline like a boss. And this thing just, it can't work ridgelines. That 5 degrees of gun depression isn't going to work any ridgelines. But it can certainly work its opponents with that gun. Man, 100mm, beautiful. It's got the similar kind of alpha damage that you'll have on the T20. The T20 has 10 degrees of gun depression, though. So the T20 definitely blurs the line between that. Oh my word, is that a tier 9 Polish TD now? That is an absolute nightmare. In fact, I'm going to have to... Can I even run? I think I might just be dead. I wonder if the Gonkovica is going to be able to reload in time. Oh, thank goodness I managed to make it out of there. I've also got to repair my fuel tanks in a second. I'm not sure these guys are going to be able to hold back all of those tanks. So I'm actually going to wait for my vision to reset, and I'm going to try and escape, because I think I can be more useful trying to provide a little bit of extra assistance for my tanks later on than now. Although I might get caught doing this. If I get caught doing this, it's going to be pretty darn ugly. Nevertheless, looks like we've managed to make it back. And I think I'll do better at playing a support role. I'm going to load gold rounds here. The gold rounds on this tank up to 235mm of pen will do way better than the 175. But 175 is still not bad for your standard rounds on this tank. Another reason why this vehicle's probably doing pretty good. Comet's light down to about 150 pen. You really do have to spam the gold in that tank. But the gold rounds on this tank make the gold rounds on the Comet look awful. Wow, I must have been spotted, and unfortunately I lost my engine once again. Hopefully the field mod that reduces the engine penalty will actually help me out here. Okay, so that Gonkowice, that's a terrifying tier 9 Polish assault tank destroyer. Wow, is it just me and an Indian Panzer against the world right now? I mean, how much do you give up, right? That's the tricky thing in this scenario. It's like, how much of the map do you give up when you do these kind of like rolling retreats? I think I should probably drop back over here and try and use 5 degrees. I've got to try and get some more guns in the game to try and help me out here. I'm kind of worried that the enemies will roll over into that position, especially with my dead engine. So I think if I go back here, I'll just ping the map to let my team know a little bit. We're getting some good use out of this repair kit right now. And yeah, hopefully we can manage to stop this onslaught of enemy vehicles coming towards us. And there's the Leopard. Okay, Leopard's down to a one-shot for most players. I get spotted, but these bushes should be able to give me good value. Oh, there's the Gonkowice, so he's managed to come straight through. Oh, I got spotted again by the G-Saw. Oh, this is not looking good, boys and girls. That Gonkowice is going to be able to just come straight after me. I did not expect them to get so much good view range through. Okay, I've got to drop back another ridge, I guess, and try and use this bush instead. Man, this is dubious. Maybe I can knock down the tree in a position to kind of like help me out with that bush a little bit. And look, that G-Saw's actually just plowed straight forwards. Okay, this bush, it's a little sus considering I went far too far forwards there. That wasn't good. Look at that Gonkowice just managing to come in right through the side. Can I engage them without dying? That's the question you've got to ask at this kind of a stage. Yeah, we can. Alright, good shot. Good shot, good shot. Oh, he's advancing at me. Oh, no. I mean, I've got good turret armor on this thing. But that thing's got like 300 millimeters of penetration with its standard rounds. It's not looking good, boys and girls. It's not looking good. Okay, let's just try and keep the vision going for my team. I've got to keep my team firing here as the enemies snake their way towards us. Tricky start for the T-34-1. We've done some okay damage so far. It's not been bad at all. The STR-V1030 is pinging me. What do you want me to do, bro? You want me to just drive in front of the tier 9s? That's not going to work, is it? I'm quite surprised the Leopard doesn't try to blind fire me here. Will I get spotted by this forest spirit? Well, I think I got some vision on from the side. They don't actually manage to see me. This is such a precarious scenario, right? All it takes is me getting lit up and that Leopard is going to dunk me because he's sitting in the bushes over there. Tough game. There's the G-Saw. There's the G-Saw. I can't go forwards. I don't have enough gun depression. If I go forwards to get the shot without my gun depression, then I'm going to expose myself to the Leopard or Forest Spirit, which I just can't do right now. Just gotta stay put, keep calm, let the game develop. We might win the South, or maybe the enemies make some bad push plays and we can be able to catch them. Well, I said I didn't need the view range. Boy, was I wrong. I'd really love some coated optics right about now to be able to spot my opponents. We heard a blind fire come in. I wonder if that was at me. It could have been. There's a few blind fires coming in. I'm just wondering if the enemies will figure out exactly which bush I was in. So it looks like we're actually starting to win the South. And this is just one of those kind of games where... Yeah, okay, Borsig, I understand. I'm going to chill here, though, if that's okay. This is one of those games where as long as you don't allow a flank to be overwhelmed, then quite often you can actually push out the other flank. Especially if my team know about, like, going along the edge here by the water. They could be able to sneak in, get that T-20 out, and then flank the AMX M451. That'd be a pretty big play right now. We're up by 1,000 hit points. And some of the enemy tanks haven't been spotted as well, which means that the enemies might actually have even less hit points than the indicator at the top is saying. Because considering all of my team are spotted, that means we are guaranteed to have more hit points than the enemy team. Or that our hit points can't go any lower, because everyone's inside my render distance. Alrighty then, we've got a Gonkowice over on my right, we've got a G-Saw right ahead, and a Leopard as well. I'm going to try hard this game, especially when you're in these kind of +2 matchups. It's very satisfying if you can keep calm and just try and deal with the scenario. And there we go. Give the thumbs up to the Borsig. Wow, that Forest Spirit actually managed to sneak in. More spotting as well. Beautiful. Now, the G-Soul's got 360 alpha, so I can take a hit from him the majority of the time. But I still don't want to get caught by him. The Gonkovica is right where the Forest Spirit was. The G-Soul will be chilling in those bushes. If I leave this bush, I'll definitely get spotted. Oh, I've actually found a BZ-58. I'll definitely get spotted by him if I go forwards. Wish I'd knocked this tree down as well to create myself a bigger bush. But again, I think the pressure's on the enemy team right now. I feel like I'm providing some excellent view range. That looks like that was a shot from the G-Soul. I think the G-Soul is firing at the Borsig blind right now. It doesn't look like the alpha damage was quite right for the BZ-58. Maybe ooh, they're actually trying to blind fire at me now as well, which is a little bit irritating. But I should be able to take a hit from the BZ-58. Is he going to blind fire at me again? Take my chances here, I think. I think my team are going to push out south. They should be able to take out the IS-6, and when they do that, they're going to be able to flank around. Now, look, this isn't an epic game for this tank. It's not a glorious battle, right? But hopefully, that's one of the better sides of me playing live for YouTube, is that you'll see that if you want to try and win, hopefully like 2/3 of your games, wow, that armor in this tank, really just paying off there. The turret armor showing how beautiful it is. If you want to hopefully win kind of like 60-65% of your games, then sometimes it's not all heroics. It can't always be you at the front pushing into your opponents, kind of just mincing all of them one by one by one. Quite often what you have to do is know when it's time to fall back, know when it's time to just hold a flank, know when it's time to try and support your allies with a little bit more vision, right? That's exactly what we did here. My team is still telling me to go. Do you think Polish Killer is right now to tell me to go and rush into a Gonkovica? No, I think that's him basically wanting me to just go and be a sacrificial lamb for him. Man, look at this gold pen here. I am going to spam some gold, but this matchup is as bad as it can be, and it's a pretty close game as well, so why not, right? It's not like I need the credits anymore. Look at this, I'm bouncing his gold, he's bouncing my gold. Who wins? Well, Wargaming, obviously. Wargaming wins in this scenario. Don't think there's anywhere I can overmatch this tank. But man, look at that. 1,700 damage blocked. Wonderful. I've only got 4 gold rounds left now. Oh, the Gonkovica's gone. Hold on, where did the Gonkovica go? I didn't even see him. Did he change flanks? Hold on. I can't even see where the Gonkovica is. Oh, my bad. I must have missed it. Well, my fault. But I tell you what, I am really very happy with this game. That is a great start for today. Worst possible matchup. Our flank was looking like it was completely overwhelmed. But this tank just shows you why it's an absolute beast. We blocked 1,700 damage. That's enough to destroy this vehicle 1.5 times over. Combine that with just that nice consistent gun, able to get those 250 damage shots in as an opportunist early on in the battle, and just that armor to just lock it down. Oh, what a vehicle. And while I spam some gold, I still make a good amount of credits if you also include the bonus games that we're going to be playing today. So that's the T-34-1 for you. What an absolute daddy of a tank. And that's in the worst possible matchup. So let's hopefully get some good ones where we can really show how this vehicle does. Although, I would like to stress that this vehicle isn't really one that's meant to be kind of like the flashy all-in kind of tank inside of a nice matchup. Because that DPM is so bad. The 1,600 DPM is horrendous. And wow, this matchup, it's amazing. But this map and my build, oh, I don't like it at all. I feel like for this map, I would love to use an exhaust, optics, and vents. Some build like that, and then try and take the south of this map. I guess I could take optics and still go south, but it feels like it's such a risk. Do you know one thing I've been thinking about playing on this map is I could just go north and go and try and fight the heavies and overpower the heavies with my good turret. Decisions, decisions, decisions. South could be slow, and if we lose the north, we lose the north, but we have a T-29. I'm going to trust my T-29. I think my T-29 has to beat the Tiger. Although, look, our T-29 is level 1, and their Tiger is level 350. That suggests to me that their Tiger is very experienced in this tank, and probably is going to give us, give me a hard time. Nearly left myself as huge on the screen once again, you know. Alright, so I'm going to keep the coated optics. I'm going to go south. I'm going to try and do the spotting. But as we can see, this vehicle, it's not slow, but it's not fast. Power to weight ratio just shy of 17. Ground resistances are okay on this tank. But yeah, we're not getting into position fast like a light tank. Another thing that looks to be really good on this vehicle is it actually gets a moving camo of 13. That's incredible. So it looks like not only does this tank have good armor, not only does it have a very workable gun, it also looks like it has pretty darn decent camo rating, which will hopefully allow me to be able to not get caught by this Panther or the Rudy on the way in, but I opened my big mouth. If I get tracked, I'm out the game. Oh, the tracks are damaged. Oh, this is very dangerous. If I take one more tracking shot, I'm out. Oh, no, 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 no. Why is no one shooting him? Okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm going to tell this guy I'm going to help him out. This T-71 is scary, but I've got the turret armor, and this should be the perfect opportunity for me to just slowly work this guy. I want to expose my turret, see if he'll shoot my turret. See if I can get him to shoot my turret. But if they won't shoot me... Wow, that's so unfortunate. The Panther hits my weak point on top. I missed the T-71. Oh, come on, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, I got him to miss. Go through the upper hull. Ask my team for some help here. I want him to shoot me in the turret. Oh, he's going for my hull now. I've got to hurt this Panther. That's what I need to do. I need to get rid of this Panther. If I can get him to back off. I just want him to shoot me in the turret and not actually try and go for my hull right now. Gonna scare that guy off. Go for the Panther. That's who I want to get right now. Just get this Panther out as quick as I can. Oh, how's the Panther going through my turret? He must be hitting my weak point. Okay, one more shot on the Panther should do it. He's stunned. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean anything. Nice. Gun handling quite poor. Oh, he got me again through the turret front. I'm dead, I think. This guy's going to shoot me in the hull. Oh, man. That was surprising. That was surprising. Well played to the Panther for the turret shots. I'm actually very surprised. Let's do a little bit of research. So this is one of the biggest things you need to do, is to take a look to see how did you die in those situations. And I guess what I just found out is that if they have 200 millimeters of penetration, the turret armor isn't perfect on this tank. So if they've got like 200, like the Panther did there, yeah, it's not ideal. So it looks like this turret, it's good, it's functional, but it's not perfect. And it looks like basically the Panther just had enough penetration to go through my turret. Disappointing, disappointing. I wish I hadn't missed those shots. Wish I'd been able to get the extra hit in. But that's the way it goes. Nice play by the Panther, caught me in the turret. I use a modification called Battle Hits, and if you want to find it, you can come and find it in my FAQ document. I think I link my FAQ document on YouTube, but definitely on Twitch. And then we can take a look to see exactly where these shells went in against my tank. So this was me losing the hit points on the way in, a little unfortunate. Wow, yeah, got hit in the side of the turret. That was still on the way in. So the Panther hit my cupola. The Panther hit actually a pixel on my hull armor. Oh, come on, dude. That's the difference right there. Just a pixel on my hull when I thought I was hiding it. Then just shot me right in the mantlet. And then just shot me in the side of the turret. And then, of course, when I'm low health, the T-71 is going to come after me. Oh, well, even it looks like I played better with my bad matchmaking today. So luckily, our team went on to win that Westfield game. We finished second on damage, fourth on experience. Looks like we did enough, but clearly I overestimated the turret armor on this tank. And yeah, hopefully you can see that when you get into a situation that surprised you and you wonder, how did you manage to get penetrated? Or why didn't you manage to get through that situation? Then it's as simple as going and using awesome services like Tanks GG, or using the new kill cam in World of Tanks. The downside to the kill cam is the kill cam only shows you the last shot, right? And sometimes maybe that was just a bit of luck, or maybe it was an unusual penetration. Whereas by looking through all of them and really seeing where the ins and outs of the vehicle is, you can learn. And to be fair, if you do actually just get used to looking on Tanks GG, there is no need to go and take a look on battle hits really, because you should know, right? Okay then, we're going to play once again here. I'm going to use coated optics, and I'm going to go south on this map. I think there's a really good opportunity for me to be able to push south and try and extend some vision for my team. We've got a fair few tank destroyers. We've got a third of our team is tank destroyers. So I think by pushing, going into a little hold down position should be good. So yeah, it looks like the turret on this tank is, it's okay. It's okay. Up to, I mean, 180 millimeters, 180 millimeters. It's decent kind of effective armor. But yeah, definitely better against the 5s and the 6s and the low pen tier 7s, unlike the Panther with that beautiful 200 standard pen that the Panther gets. The standard pen on a Panther is more like what used to be tier 8, although, to be fair, what used to be tier 8 is not tier 8 these days. What used to be tier 8 is pretty much like tier 9. Well, tier 8 is what tier 9 used to be, is what I'm trying to suggest. I'm going to make an aggressive play here. You see that I'm turning slightly right here because I'm using the minimap to see where this ring, the maximum spotting distance, will be towards the bushes. So then I can turn in. I'd like to be a little bit cheeky here, not too cheeky. I want to try and get forwards, try and see if we can get some spotting. There we go. That's perfect. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I like. Okay, I should be able to knock down this tree as well. And this tree, it will provide me with camo, I believe. It's going to be a little obvious where I am, but there's a good chance. Now, the problem is once you're at tier 7, you still can't use a vision system. And so trying to dig things or tanks out from sneaky positions like up here, it's going to be rather tricky. I could push forwards, but if I take a hit from a tank destroyer on the way in, I won't have any hit points to play anymore. I guess what we can do is we can do a little bit of a test. I can fire a shot and see if I get spotted. Do I get spotted? I do. So there clearly are tanks up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and time my push where I'm no longer spotted now, but I want to go quite quickly afterwards. This is very risky what I'm doing here. It might be too much. I probably should just chill, but I'm going to go for it anyway. I don't actually get spotted there when I'm not firing, which suggests to me that they might be slightly further away. Okay, now that I've made it up here, it's actually going to be quite a strong position. As long as I don't get all-in. If I get all-in, oh my word, look at the TDs. There we go, I found that whole nest. A couple of scorpions. I don't want to get blasted in the turret, but looks like my turret actually held up here. As long as I just keep moving, it should be an absolute nightmare for these scorpions to still hit me. Oh, I say that, and that guy's got some good aim right through the mantle on the front. I'm trying to stop my advance. Okay, come on guys, help me out. Help me out. Help me out, little nomad. Come on guys. I can't go too further forward, too further back. Maybe these guys can change the angle. Or maybe I bit off a little bit more than I could chew. I told you it was risky. Told you it was risky. I can't go back, otherwise the IS is going to dump me. Oh, that Progetto just nailed me. Why don't you guys just advance a little bit or get some shots in? What is this nomad doing? I can't retreat. How can I retreat? The IS is going to shoot me in the side, broski. Oh! Yeah, get him. Wow, 2,400 spotting here against higher tier tanks. I think this is a pretty good result all in all. Even if I die against these tier 8s, I think it's a solid result. Okay, should we just risk our 94 hit points here against the scorpions again? Nice. Not today, Progetto. I reckon the artillery is going to hit me in a second. I'd be surprised if they don't. Alright, we tried. So we actually managed to get a solid 2,900 combined here. For this kind of a situation where the enemy team are clearly just winning the north, I think it's a good game. And this vehicle showing you we still blocked 1,000 damage. Decent. I didn't do as much damage as I wanted to do, unfortunately, only hitting a couple of shells. But I pushed to be able to get that support. And this tank, it does well in all scenarios by the looks of it. So unsurprisingly, our team didn't go on to win there. We actually managed to finish third on experience with that 2,900 combined, but I didn't really pick out the damage that I needed there. Nice pressure play by the Progetto. Oh, it looks like we have another field mod on this vehicle. Looks like it's going to be the last one. And for this one, I definitely think that I'm going to improve the camo on this vehicle. I think we've had multiple times where the camo has been holding us back from surviving a little bit in the game. And accelerate crew training, something I always forget to do. All right, I think we've got enough time for one more game in the T-34-1. Let's have one more roll of the dice. So far, the games have gone pretty good. We had that really nice close one in a Tier 9 matchup. Then we had Panther shoot me in the turret. Then we had a Tier 8 matchup, which actually went pretty okay. Okay, so this map is really interesting. I could go and brawl in the town with like a durability build, or alternatively, I could try and play like sneaky. And to be fair, I think I'm going to play sneaky. Why? Because there's no light tanks on the enemy team. I think that like some long range play here and win the field might actually be fast enough to still win this battle. Interesting that my team is down like 1,000 hit points at the start, but they do have a KV5, right? Okay, so on this map, in this tank, there's multiple places I could go. I could make my way along here and just try and shoot. That's if they have more light tanks. But considering that they don't have light tanks, I'm going to go and try and contest the field. They've only got kind of like a Type 58, a Comet that could kind of go there. Sorry, when I say Type 58, I mean Type 59. The Type 59 will absolutely annihilate me, for sure. But I think I should be able to handle the Staghound or the Comet. But again, the problem with this vehicle is I won't have the gun depression once I get there, like the Comet will. Just see if I get spotted going around this bunker. And this is the danger zone right now. Hopefully we're not going to get caught, but considering there's a Staghound over there, that's even better. Okay, there's a T-43, and looks like I managed to outspot him. So it doesn't look like he's got camo or coated optics. Suits me very much. Okay, well there's a Jackson who's kind of caught out. Might try and take a swing at them. Wow, my team just dumped that T-43. I should be able to go forwards here. If I can manage to get this T-43 out, then that will allow me to make my way into the town. Oh, but also still juicy Tiger P. Man, the aim time on this thing is rather long. Do I want to try and go for that? Reveal myself? I should probably try and focus on getting rid of this T-43, honestly. Yeah, that's a good shot. Nice. I'm going to have to hit him another 3 times. He didn't see me. Wow, his view range must be awful. And that is a Comet with a stock turret. That Comet is never going to see me. If I sit still, though, I'll have way better camo than if I move. Remember, I'm a light tank. Sorry, I'm a medium tank, not a light tank, right? Thinking about going after this Comet, but I think I should be able to just chill here. I kind of want to get this T-43 one more time. So I'm just going to wait, see if I get a really clean opportunity. I want him to just sit still for me. I could get that Comet on my right, but... you know what? I'll see if I can finish him off. Hopefully my team does and I don't have to waste the shell. Oh, hello. Good night, sweetheart. Wow, I'm not getting spotted by this T-43. This is usually what can happen towards the mid-tier mediums. They just don't focus on the vision of their tank. They often don't have like a commander with crew skills, or they haven't got an upgraded turret, or they're just not using any camo rating. And yeah, this T-43 is just not managing to able to handle it. There we go. Does he spot me? He doesn't even... Oh, he does spot me there. Okay, let's drop back. But we won the field. Perfect. Really happy with how I read the map. Really happy with how I read the matchup. Oh, not so happy with taking that shot, though. 500 damage from an SU-100Y. He's loading gold that has better alpha damage. There are very few tanks in the game that have better alpha damage on their gold rounds. One of them is actually an AMX, what is it called, an ARL? ARL with the 105mm. Hopefully I can get some revenge on this guy, though. There we go. Lovely. He's still winning the trade war, though. Wow, that tank has got such a good turret from the side. Can't hit the broadside of a T-103 like that. Well, I can hit it, I just couldn't penetrate it. Is he going to keep reversing? Looks like he will. Nice. Good. This is just perfect right now. Perfect. More shots, please. Oh, lovely. Yeah, this tank, it's an absolute banger. I have no... It's not surprising that this one gets the best win ratio of any of the tier 7 mediums. An absolute banger of a tank with statistics in all of the areas that you need to carry your games. Camo rating, turret armor, penetration, alpha damage. The only things this vehicle are lacking are gun depression and damage per minute. You could have those on a Comet, for example, but there's probably a reason why the Comet isn't getting the win ratio that the T-34-1 is, at least for the majority of the player base, right? All right, Mr. IS, how you doing? You're not going to be doing very well in very long. Lovely jubbly. I wonder if this thing can use vert stabs, actually. I haven't really thought about that. The vert stabs might be quite nice to keep this thing moving along. There aren't that many mediums that can use vert stabs at tier 7, though. The Comet is one of them. T-20 is one of them as well. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the T-34-1 can use vert stabs. Maybe dropping the coated optics or the durability device would be a good choice on this tank to be able to do that. One thing I'd like to mention is I didn't realize this vehicle's engine power. It definitely feels like it's slightly lacking. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not special. Hopefully we can just get one more shot in here. And there we go. Easy game, easy life. That is the T-34-1, an absolute boss of a tank. And we finish up with like 2,600 combined and 4 kills. But more importantly, we won that field. We won the flank for our team. And I think that we could have gone on in that game and had a good one, irrelevant of how well our team did in the town. So we finished number 1 on experience and 4th on damage. And this time we didn't fire that many gold rounds, so we make a decent profit. We've got another perk on our commander as well. It's either going to be repairs or it's going to be eagle eye. I'll probably take repairs on this tank. I think it's a little bit troll that I don't actually have repairs on this vehicle at all. And just to clarify, can this thing use vert stabs? It can't. If it could, I would use them. I don't think a rotation device really worth it on this vehicle. I think if I could use vert stabs, I would, and I kind of like my build of vents, gun rammer, and coated, and vents, gun rammer, and durability. So all in all, a solid 75% win ratio, 1.75 kills per game, and 2,500, nearly 2,600 combined for the T-34-1. Absolute beast of a tank. No surprise why this is the best tier 7 medium tank in the game. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, that's it for today. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you like these live videos, make sure you give your video a thumbs up to let me know. If you hate them, however, make sure you give it a thumbs down. And let me know in the comments which is your favorite tier 7 medium tank in the game and why. And are you like me, wanting to play your comet frequently? Although these days I don't play it as much as I probably should. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic and hopefully I'll see you soon.